Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is BTW and on this channel I make content all about faith, love and lifestyle. So if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, be sure to subscribe, like this video as well. If you want more information, you can check out my introduction video, which will be linked somewhere on the screen or in the description. So if you're ready, I'm ready. We have a hot topic today. So there we go. So guys, today we're going to be talking about rejection, and I can already see some of you all stirring on the when I got your popcorn or your tea because you're like, yeah, Carissa gone spill, she's secret, her experiences of being rejected and rejecting people for children. And I still contemplating that honestly because I don't know if I'm ready to go there just yet. No, it will seriously be fine, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do it so that they don't know that is done. Anyways, I don't know if any of you used to watch this show called Zoe 101, right? But it had this episode where Logan asks this girl out and she is like, no fam. And literally, as she rejected him, Zoe, Quinn, and Nicole pop out of their bushes in cheerleading uniform singing, rejected, rejected. Yeah, you just got rejected. Rejected, rejected. I was like, oh, shambles. You can imagine, just imagine, like pause for cause. Imagine somebody rejects you, and then you just have a bunch of cheerleaders show up at your place, whether they reject you online or in person, show up wherever you are at that moment and start cheering. Then you get rejected. The audacity of it all. That would be real funny. But if that happened to me, I would cry. I would just probably just lie down there and cry. Because that's not cute. Anyways, my first point that I want to talk about today is that rejection is just a part of life. And we all are going to experience it at one point or another. And it will happen in different ways. Now today, we mainly focusing on rejection from a romantic standpoint, but there are many different ways in which we can be rejected. So we could get rejected from jobs, we could get rejected from, communities, we could get rejected from friend groups, we could get rejected from visa applications. I know, because I was just trying to visit my brother and sisters and all of them, and I get rejected and I cried.
That and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Anyways, so I'm just saying that you can get rejected in many areas of life, and it doesn't mean that you're a lesser of a person. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with you, that you're not cute enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not handsome enough. It doesn't mean that you're not smart enough, that you're not well-rounded enough. It doesn't mean any of that. It's just something that we have to experience, and we have to understand that the other person has the right to reject us. Just because you like somebody, boy child or girl child, don't mean they like you back. And it doesn't mean that something wrong with you or something wrong with them. It is what it is. It's one of those simple things in life where it's just like, dog, tote. I understand. For those who don't know what tote means, it means like being your feelings. Like you can cry about it, when you hear some sad music and you're like, I don't recommend listening to sad music though, but that's just a process of it all. So don't worry about it. Secondly, I would like to say that you being rejected might actually be God protecting you. Now, I know you're like, how is that possible? Well, let's just be honest. Sometimes we are not the best judges of character. I'm talking about me. I throwing myself under the bus. Now we might think, we have it all together. I know exactly what I'm looking for. You see a guy, or in a guy's case, you see a girl and she presenting herself well. He presenting himself well, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on this one. Boom. And the Lord know that homeboy or homegirl have some serious issues that if you get engaged with them, it's just going to take you into a very dark, a very nice place. And because you so forward, you decide you want to jump out yourself without seeking because if you sought the Lord, speaking to myself again, if I sought the Lord, he would have whispered in my ear, don't do it. Do it. Please don't do it. But I didn't listen. And so the only way, well, not the only way, but the way that he is able to protect us from actually falling into a worst case scenario is by just having the person flat out reject us. So sometimes you just kind of say, you know what, I don't know why, but Lord, you know best. And so if this isn't meant to happen, then it's not meant to happen. That is not for you to go and try to force something to happen, to push yourself, to be, real frontish and jump in the person's face and be like, so why? And listen, God knows what is best for you. So you just need to be able to rest in that promise that he is going to take care of you. He's not going to forsake you. He's not going to lead you down a path that will cause you to suffer destructive circumstances and situations. So you need to rest in that promise that God is looking out for your best. And I know that it's easier said than done because we just have this innate desire to fix things for ourselves. That's just how we are as human beings. We want to know what is the problem and what we can do to fix the situation. But sometimes God is saying, you need to stand by. You need to stay back and let me do what I am called to do. So when you get rejected, sometimes you need to say, thanks, Jesus. Good looking out. So, in processing this information, we will deal with it differently according to the way that we express ourselves emotionally. I know some people who are more reserved in the way that they express their emotions, so they're not going to make a big deal about it. They're not going to, post about it. They're not going to cry over it. And then there are others who are more expressive in when they are rejected. Yeah. So I think, one, it's important for us to be able to respect persons and the way that they deal with their emotions, even especially if it's different from how we would deal with our emotions. But when we are expressing ourselves, I think it's important for us to be wise in the way that we do it, which is why, honestly, I will caution against those social media posts. Like, I know you want to type it, but let the Holy Spirit convict you to just be like, no. Or wait a few days. Because there are also those people who they may have gotten rejected. They post a whole big post. They think, rah, 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 la, 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 la. 2 hours later, the love of my life. Like, make it make sense, honestly. Like, I just saying that don't look cute. But that's none of my business, okay? It kind of is because it's on my page, but whatever the case may be. Secondly, I would say to that, allow God to give you peace and to comfort you in the situation. Now, for me, one of my most recent, I guess, no, not say most recent. For me, my last rejection story had been my feelings for like a hot minute. When I say a hot minute, it was literally about like a couple of hours. And like that might sound like, oh girl, they go over that quick. But it was honestly the first time that I feel I was able to get over a situation so quickly. One, it happened because the guy wasn't mean about it. He was very kind and I was able to, understand the situation. Two, I would say I cried out to God, like literally cried out to God, because it wasn't, at that point in time, it wasn't so much about being rejected, but feeling like you'll never be good enough for someone. And it goes back to the same point, the first point that I made, that it happens to everyone and it doesn't mean that there is fault within you yourself. But at that point in time, I just kind of had to let God know, like, Lord, I'm feeling so small right now, so unworthy right now, and I need you to help me in this situation. And so I cried, and then I asked God in that moment. I was very candid, very transparent with him, and immediately he just, released his peace over my life, and it was that quick. It was just like, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, but really it wasn't just a surface, you're trying to play it cool for everybody. But really I was able to overcome those emotions quickly because God was able to grant me peace and bring back to remembrance that I am worthy and that the right one will come at the right time. Cool. Now, with that being said, I think I mentioned it earlier on, but I want to kind of reinstill that we need to accept rejection with as much grace and, respect as possible. One, because again, people don't have to like us in the way that we may like them, and so it's unfair to lash out at somebody who's being honest and saying, hey, I really appreciate it, but I just don't like you that way. It shows that there is some immaturity going on, that maybe you are not emotionally stable enough to deal with relationships at all. Because if you're unable to deal with rejection in a healthy way, when there are issues in your actual relationship, when you have a relationship, you're going to start showing those same negative mannerisms all over again. And we know about that life. So just letting you know, if you're having trouble, now if somebody just ran out of timing when they reject you and they're like, girl, me ain't like you, or kid, dog, why you even in my chat? What I want to know is why you have the audacity to be in my chat. Why are you here? Here's what I would say. So close the chat, and log off. Take some, don't even respond, because that's a hot mess. That was right of the timing, but you really can't do anything about it. Because if you respond and say, I didn't like you anyways, you know you lie. You know you lie. Otherwise, it will not be the person chat. You understand? Just take your loss and just keep it pushing. Now, I want to turn the tide a little bit and talk to you people who may be out here rejecting people, boy and girl children. Now, all of us at some point in time may experience a situation where somebody may present themselves to you and say, hey, I really like you, I want to get to know you more, and you just not feeling it. It could be because you're not in the mental, emotional place where you even want to be in a relationship. You could be doing some self-development. You could be really focused on your career or your home life right now. You could be really focused on your ministry right now, and you don't think you're at a place where God wants you in a relationship, and you're just not ready. That is very much okay, and you have the right to reject someone, to say thank you, I really appreciate it, but no thank you. You could also reject somebody because you just don't like them like that. You could maybe see the person as a brother or sister. Been there. Or you could just not like the orientation of a person's face, and so you're just like, there's not for me, Lord. And I'm not trying to say that the person ugly, but I'm just like, to each his own. Every bread has its cheese. So when rejecting somebody, first you need to understand your why. Whether it's you're an emotional readiness, maybe you're just busy with life right now, or you're just not attracted to the person, know your why. Also understand that you have the right to feel the way that you do. But when you're actually going about rejecting someone, for as much as possible, in as much as possible, in the scripture, in as much as possible, live in peace with your fellow men. Try to be kind. Reject your fellow men in a kind way, because it's not an easy thing to put yourself out there anyways, to tell somebody that you're interested in them. So if they tell you that and you're just not feeling it, oh gosh, don't be disrespectful to the people, boy and girl children. Don't just be like, kid, what is this, or just leave them unseen. Don't just leave the people unseen. You just like, and close people chat. Girl. That's not nice though. That's not it. Be kind, because the same way that you may not be attracted to somebody and you reject them, it's the same way somebody could not be attracted to you and reject you. And then when they leave you unseen, you and your feelings, and then everybody chat and say, look how Johnny, what? You didn't even respond. But you just do the same thing to Bobby. Now, I will say, this is like a disclaimer, right? This is like an inside scoop. For me, personally, you know, so I don't know if, like, my girls out there could, kind of second what I'm saying here. If I do not know you, okay, you send me a friend request. I don't know you. I accept the friend request. You know, I scroll through your page and I'm like, oh, maybe you have, you know, some stuff that kind of related to what I'm interested in, or maybe you're very ministry focused and I'm like interested in what that is. Or you just have like a bunch of mutual friends and I'm like, maybe in the same industry as I am in, or maybe we went to the same school, but I don't really know you, we never had a conversation in person. Please defer from coming in my chats and saying hi. What was it? Right. Where it cut off, do you think?
Yours doing the disclaimer.
Right.
And yours with the DM.
Okay. So, yes, if you come in my chats and you say hi, it's going to be me right there. And not even opening it. And here's why. Like, some people be like, but Carissa, you're just saying, no, be kind, no, blah, 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 blah. First of all, you didn't make any intentions known. I am 26 years old as of this moment. And how to put this slightly? I nobody smells life anymore. I just nobody smells life. Because then if 20 guys come in their chat and all of them saying hi, I'm supposed to respond to all of them and be like, hi, going on the list. And then they'll be like, sup. And I'm like, sup, all down the list. What? Make it make sense. Like, no, honestly, like, I'm not even trying to be mean. But if you're interested in somebody, or you're just, you know, they find their pictures nice, or you're interested in what they do, like, let that be known in the first message, because you're not likely to get a response the first time around. You need to say, hey, I was just looking through your profile and like you're doing some really interesting stuff, and I was interested to know like what maybe inspired you for this particular video. Come on, look at the tea. So now I will come with the chat and I'll be like, oh, you actually interested in getting. You might not even be, but you actually put some effort into what you're about to say to me. So I would respond and be like, oh, thank you very much, blah 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 blah. Now if you just fall short after that, that's on you. But at least you get through a first message. At least you get a response. But you come in my chat and you say hi, good evening, hi, good night, and I don't know, what am I supposed to do with that? Just hi, good evening down the road? Good night. I know I'm a trainee, I'm going to say good night like 3 times when we enter a place, but no. So to my ladies, in this video, I spoke a lot about being rejected and having those experiences. And that kind of suggests, in order to be rejected, you kind of first have to put yourself out there. So now I know you might be saying, Chris, you're trying to tell me I need to go to people boy children and be like, I like you. No. Actually, I don't even recommend you doing that at all. Trust me. You don't need to burn to learn. I burn to learn so that you would not have to learn from my mistakes, right? I think it's important for us as young ladies to put yourself out there in the sense of, you know, being visible. A guy can't find if he can't see you, right? Update your picture every now and again. Oh gosh, you know? Look cute, you know? And looking cute could be different things to different people. So I ain't saying look cute is this, but I'm saying like whatever that means for you, you know, look your best. You know, put yourself, you know, out there. Like if you're a singer, singing. If you're a dancer, dancing. If you're an artist and you draw, you're creative in some way, you know, put your work out there so people could see what you're about. And if they're interested, they could, you know, take my advice that I gave previously, not come in and chat and say hi, good evening, but say, hey, I saw you posted A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I like what you're doing, and take it from there. But if you're invisible, if nobody could see you, you don't even have to worry about being rejected. Nobody coming in your chats to reject you because they do not know who you are. You are Casper the friendly ghost. Casper have more fans than you. Because Casper have a TV show, Casper out there marketing. So be friendly, be open to conversations. You may want to try some new things. If you're interested in a guy and maybe you already have an established friendship or you're just kind of cool, just it happened many times people say, I don't know what that means, but ladies, you know what I mean, right? I'm talking about like you just kind of you show extra affection to them if you see them in person or online. If everybody wishing you a happy birthday, to do like me and love all the posts, right? Like you can like all the posts, love your family posts, your close friends posts. He commented, he say happy birthday, you love his, and put a gift, put thank you gift or something. Put like thanks, a little heart, a little star, a little sparkle. I give no little secrets though. I'm just saying. It's good. Share the post, comment on the post every now and then. If you don't get no kind of current back, then girl, don't even waste your time. Just exit stage left. And if he really interested in you, he will kind of do some follow-up with. Now, tell my guys out here in the streets, I love you all. And I know a lot of you guys have been rejected because for the most part, guys are the ones who are to make the first move. Now, here's what I would say. It's okay for you to be rejected. But what I would recommend is that you don't go every Sheila, Betty, and Paulina that you see. Every girl that looks relatively attractive and maybe has similar interests to you is not the one for you. So don't be going in everybody girl child chat saying, I like it, going on the line. What is that? That is very ghetto. That is not of the Lord. Stop it. You're shooting yourself in the foot, okay? Because when one actually making sense, she will see that you said hi, good evening to 45 other girls and be like, he ain't making no kind of sense and exit stage left. Okay, that's not cute. Also, I would say I recognize that, a lot of guys are kind of passive these days. It could be more like introverted and like you're more shy and da. But if, and here's the real tea, if you're really interested in a girl, you're going to plain talk bad manners. You're going to make the effort. You're going to approach her. And I saying all the guys who not sure, I'm just saying, if you really like the girl, you need to make the effort, because sister friend is not supposed to come in your chat and be like, I like you, okay? Tell me a lie, I lie?
Yeah,
I ain't lie. And also, to besides, that's just purposeful bad English, by the way. I just want to say last thing, cause let me wrap this thing up. Last thing I would say is this. Ladies, for me, I felt like for many times that I experienced rejection, it was because I was doing the pursuing in a situation where I already had a conversation with God and saying that, Lord, I want somebody to pursue me the way that you seek out the church. I want somebody to love me the way that you have loved me and, the way that you love others. I want somebody to show me these, characteristics and have these types of standards. And because I was impatient, come on now, I'm talking to somebody, because I was impatient, I decided to play God/matchmaker and drop my whole self. I dropped my whole self out in the streets. I can't be mad at nobody except myself, because I wasn't even supposed to be there. I don't do it. I don't even know. I know most people will be like, ladies, know your ways. I know da. But I'm saying, do not do it. Don't do it. I just want you to do that because I love you. I don't want you to be out here with these wastes of time, man. And then you take up anything because you're afraid that you're not gonna get something. Yourself in your own foot. Those secrets I never tell you, yeah? I just say. Anyways, that's it for me, I feel like that's what's true, because I could go on and on and on and on. And there's so much to be said. I convicted my own self today. I hope I convict you too, because some of us need to be convicted. I love you all. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making this one again. So much tea! Now, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, be sure to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss an upload. Now, if you think somebody else may enjoy this video or receive something from it, be sure to share it as well. And if you want to connect to me more, you can follow me on my Instagram. My IG handle will be on the screen for you to follow me at. Once again, thanks so much for joining in, guys. It's been a pleasure. And until next time, keep it popping for Jesus, okay?